Hello, my friends. Welcome to Flow with Jess. Just sitting here thinking about the pause before the storm, the calm before the storm. I'm just wondering, what is it like for you in your world when there's this peace, but not peace of mind, where you're almost waiting for, what's that saying, the other shoe to drop? Which, by the way, where in the world does that saying come from? I have no idea what it even means. But I feel like I've been sitting in this space where there's like this internal and external growth that happens working together, but it happens at different times. And then throughout my life, I've noticed that there's this like weird little period where you can feel like there's going to be a shift, or you feel like there's this like stagnation, but it's like peaceful and not a bad thing, but you're also not in the void space or the dark night of the soul, or you're not in this like super dark and dense place. It's just like, now what? What's next? And not that I want to rush out of, there's like this gentle holding, but I'm always reminded of the fact that there's so many places to go in this world. There's so much growth to happen. There's so much life experience to take part in. And it's all just waiting out there for you, if you allow it to come into your world, or if you take one step in front of the other and allow yourself to walk on the path. I love getting to be under the flight path of birds. I think I talk about birds all the time, but I love witnessing them. Seeing a family of cardinals just like fly from tree to tree, or, witnessing a bird just like literally land on my car as I'm recording a video. I just find it to be the coolest thing ever. And it just feels like this really nice, reminder that we are, so connected to nature, and we're, we build these houses and we build these structures, but, they're all in between rows and rows of trees and bushes and flowers, and we constantly are planting our gardens to attract, wildlife, and to witness the beauty that is the natural cycle of these creatures and these plants. And I think because we have a longer life cycle, even though we navigate the seasons with them, sometimes we have longer seasons than just like within the year, essentially. And I don't know where I'm going with that thought, to be honest, but anyways, nature, season, love it. But yeah, I'm sitting in this this interesting space of like nothingness, where like life feels a little bit stable, and like there's like not a lot of chaos, and I'm like, what do I do with this? I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just so used to like a lot of chaos in my life. I'm just used to some like emotional upheaval and like a little bit of turmoil to whisk me into the next day, the next activity, the next something, that I'm like trying to sit here and like meditate on the fact that there is this just like gentleness surrounding this space, and it also doesn't feel like it makes for very good listening material, right? I was coming on here and I'm like, I don't really have a story to tell. I don't feel very emotional today. Maybe a little bit, but I don't feel like I'm gonna cry on camera for 25 minutes. Thank goodness. That if you haven't seen the last video, oh my goodness, I hadn't spoken, you know, in a week. I hadn't recorded a video in a week, and I had been, you know, in my own internal world, and I came on the video, and it just, like, I don't even know, it just like all came out of me. And beautiful, you know, and wonderful in the way that it is. But it is always a reminder for me anyways, because the deep emotionality that runs through my being is just so strong, and it most likely is part of my life path to, and I don't like the word toughen up, like that doesn't feel good to me. I don't like the imagery of, you know, putting a protective armor around yourself to protect. I've never liked that imagery, because you're basically, you know, saying, if you have this like toughness, you're basically not allowing your heart to open. And I never want my heart to be like totally closed off to the world, but being able to like have this well of emotion come up and then like recirculate it into the body, or like release it in a more productive is not the right word, but I'm going to use productive, in a more like productive way, is something that I've been challenged with, and something that I've been working on, because I think of this Jordan Peterson quote, and I haven't spoken about him in a while. I don't follow his content that much anymore, but I from what I have witnessed and what I have read from him, you know, I read 12 Rules for Life, his first, it's probably not his first book, but a very well-known book of his. I read 12 Rules for Life, and I've listened to a lot of his lectures, and I really value how he thinks, and I really value his perspective. And one of the things that he has said is, you know, you need to be the strongest man at your father's funeral. And it was like, yeah, you know, and then he went on to say, you know, you go home and like you have your cry, you have your, you know, you do what you need to do to release that emotion, but you know, you want to be the strongest man at your father's funeral. And that really struck a chord with me, because it's not like you're pushing away the emotion. It's not that you're not allowing it to live and be in your body, but like there is a time and a place to stand strong. Like I think of the image, I'm just getting the image of the King of Cups in tarot, and it's a, you know, a throne in the wavy waters, but it's this strong stone throne, and the King of Wands is sitting there while the seas are like, you know, going crazy around him, and he's connected to it, but he's not allowing the waves to take him. He is finding that sense of grounding in the stormy seas. And that's a learning, that's something that I'm learning throughout my life. It's been a challenge, but I'm also reminded that I'm only 33, and it's really easy to get caught up in the desire and the pushing towards achievement and growth, because at least where I stand, I feel like the evolution of my soul is like very, very important, and I feel like I have made so much progress in the last, you know, 5-6 years by just having that conscious awareness that like I am on my hero's journey, and reminding myself that this cycle is finite. For like in this world, like the human that I am in this point of time and space, it's finite. But my soul gets to go on this journey, and it's so easy to be like, I'm running out of time, but like it can be a long life, you know. God willing, it's a long life, and there's a lot that can happen from point A to point B. And I'm so grateful for all of the progress that I've made. So I keep wanting to be like, let's do it, let's jump, let's go on this journey. But like, I have so many more decades to journey. And once more, I lost my train of thought. I don't remember where I was gonna go with that. Gosh, not super well articulated today, but that's okay. That's okay. It happens. We show up anyways, right? We're on this journey, and here we are. Where was I going with that? Soul path. I have time. Grateful to be in this. Grateful to be just grateful. How about that? How about we stick with that? Just grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for all of you listening. I am so grateful. Oh my gosh, friends. This 999 subscribers today. Not that like I don't want to get caught up in numbers, but it is just really exciting. It's just like really, really cool. It's just like really, really cool that it's just really cool to hit that like that milestone, you know. It feels really, really exciting. It feels really exciting. So thank you to everyone listening. I'm very thankful for you. I know it's not Thursday, thankful Thursdays, but it's Friday today, but that's okay. I don't have a fun, is it called an alliteration? I don't have a fun Friday alliteration, but yeah, I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm happy that you're taking part in this journey with me. So I'm gonna leave this video at that, because I feel very not articulate, and that's that. So without further ado, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.